So Geekay now, they're setting up for the winning XP pick all this time. What is it going to be against this Dairoth with so much physical damage already? I don't think it's good to pick up the Dairoth. I think it's a bit too risky.
No.
CC as well, you can shred the barrage, you can win out in lane.
I don't think I'll
That's about it. Yeah, X-Borg against the Gord though, you know, your frog armor just gonna get melted down.
Yeah, it's too focused on the matchup if you're just thinking up of against the Barretts. Oh, whoa.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Hylos.
Is that gonna go EXP or Rome? It has to go EXP, right?
I think it is XP, but you know, we've seen both Beleric and Hylos in XP Rome. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Hylo. Yep.
Oh, let's see the swap. Let's see the swap.
No, I think it just swapped earlier. So Beleric XP for Aizen.
Okay, so
there you go.
They still do end up committing the possibility of the Beleric going EXP, and then Hylos and Rome. Interesting choices. I don't know. I just like the damage a little bit more from Yangon.
Agreed.
So Yangon may be getting the damage, and we'll see if they can keep the tempo and set up for a win. This one is set to be a good one. So let's get it over to our casters right away to kick off our first game of our final series of the day.
Our fourth series is going to be epic. We see the draft, the team fight composition opting to go for safer options rather than the high risk, high reward in the damage for the EXP. We're going to jump right into this because Yangon Galacticos are looking for a series win. And the same can be said about Geekay. Question is, which side is it really going to come from?
Well, Yangon definitely get a little bit of a power card here. The Fanny finally slips through. Geekay, on the other hand, pick this bulky front line, the Beleric, the Hylos, and then you do get the Moskov, which can do well against this Fanny. You do have answers to the trump card.
I feel like a lot of the answers is one-on-one, right? I do like the option that Aizen has access to this Beleric just so that he doesn't need to go with the Revitalize, what Shen is currently running right now in his emblem set. Now, he can just flicker into the action and try and catch people off guard rather than play defensively. He has offensive options. With 55 seconds left on the clock so far, the laning phase and a lot of the motions that we're seeing from Geekay is actually centered around Xeno in the jungle.
And look at Yangon already looking for a play, checking out to see if anyone's down here. They make sure that Han is safe to go for this. And very running tightly. The mid lane, the mid trio, all sticking together. Not exactly looking for off-map play on the side lanes, but at least making sure that Han's in a good position coming up for this turtle.
Again, it's just a lack of information, and Geekay don't mind it. They don't know that one of their camps just got stolen here, but really, do they need that camp at this stage of the game? Probably not. Han on the opposite side will have a slight EXP lead, but not enough to create the level lead necessary for the upcoming turtle. We'll see in a little bit, because Yangon Galacticos could just, you know, stretch out that first turtle a little bit longer than they usually do.
Looks like they are going to go for it instead. Han comes in, gets some nice damage on a Shen. Zeno deletes him. Deletes him.
We can't pretend that there's too many point-and-click stuns here. That should have been expected, but unfortunately wasn't able to get the cable out in time. Oh!
Looking for the stun from Blink here. Gets it. Nice magic gush, Zing, able to get the turtle. Aizen goes down as well. Han back on the map, looking for the re-engage. That's two members down, one from each side. YG gets the revenge.
What an interesting mechanic there. Haven't seen the Daytona's Welcome work like that, but this should be another kill on towards Shen's side, but it looks like he might be too tanky. Oh, so close. Able to get the regenerate just in time at the very end.
All right, so things have come back to a standstill. It's 1-1. Zeno continues to be aggressive, though. Ying does get the stun. Should be able to get away from this. Maybe even able to put some damage out of his own.
That was not going to happen. He's got too many stacks. He's got too many base stats to keep himself very healthy in these fights.
All right, so on the top side, still at a standstill as well. Oh, both teams just continue to go for it. Han tries to come in, but look at the Fatal Links. That's going to be a great grab. Shen will go down as well. The Magic Gush Fatal Links combo sprinkled on top with a little bit of Fanny. It's looking good right now.
It's looking real good, but at the same time, it's was that not foreseeable? The wave was getting shoved in. The flicker was fast coming up for Cornell, but as long as Han's able to react in time and throw out at least one of those cables, stun or not, he's going to get pulled through. Either ways, that was not exactly the greatest, but Yangon with a 2K lead on their sides. They're very happy with the way that this is actually starting to progress, but at the same time, Geekay, they're not completely out of this just yet. They just need to deal with the early aggression, and not to mention that we do finally see first item purchases from Han. So his first item power spike is here.
Another stun on to Shen there. In the mid side, YG want to try to take control here before this turtle comes up. Similar to what we saw last time. Last time, though, Han did catch that quick stun to the face and got taken out. I think this time maybe it's a slightly slower approach. Both junglers going for their purple buffs. Geekay will be here first.
The seize is going to be really, really important, especially on the squishier targets. Han ideally wants to find his priority, and Blink is going to open up the map first, targeting towards Shen's side, allowing Ying to start fighting for this space. Again, the two frontliners for the side of Yangon, they don't mind dying here. As long as they can maintain the stacks onto Ying, he is going to be one thick boy, but Han ain't wasting time as well. They're making sure that he is still having some kind of camp, something to farm on the map, so he's not just stagnant.
Han has hit level 8 before Zeno, and will continue to farm. YG with no reason to rush this turtle right now. They've got a small lead. They can take their time, create space across the map up on the top side. Zeno might look, oh my lord, Han comes in, able to get the kill. Blazing Duet defensively, and now responsibly back to Zeno. Zeno just trying to get away. Han doesn't have any more energy to go for the fight. Zeno looks for the re-engage because he's walking into Blink. May not be able to get away from this one. They're going to try to close in. Zeno still dancing, finally goes down. Han's going to fall as well because Quanok comes in the nick of time.
Great timing, great timing. The fact is, Zeno understood one thing. Hey, I'm going to be dead no matter what. If I can get a trade, that's honestly not that bad, and they were still able to pull it off. The unfortunate part is the fact that Quanok always has to flicker to close that distance, and I think this is starting to become a little bit of a problem. Yes, he does have pull yourself together, but at the same time, he's got no defensive tools to protect himself if Hans gets on top of him at this stage of the game. So he's got to be very careful with how he uses the stun.
Second turtle at 6 minutes in, finally going down. YG with a 2.5k gold lead at this point. Geekay is slowly falling behind. I mean, Zeno hasn't really been able to pop off. Yes, we've seen some deaths on Han, but he is making up for it with map control, with taking out members, making sure that Sanji gets a good start up in the gold side. The fact that we've now seen Yaga go down as well, the push on the top side is tremendous with a big magic gush onto Shen. Shen unable to get away, and even though it's the roam, every pick matters right now.
Yep, they're getting so many things for free. Sanji, he's not going to die here, I think. Now with the Blazing Duet, they're looking for a bigger fight.
Ooh, Blazing Duet onto Yaga. Yaga tries to dash through, gets on the other side of the wall, but Quanok still goes down. He came in to help and paid for his life. Yaga falls as well. YG just capitalizing on every little mistake from Geekay right now.
Yeah, like everything just doesn't seem to be going in Geekay's favor, right? They tried to figure out ways to kind of edge out just little efficiencies here and there to try and minimize the damage being thrown at them. But now, Zeno getting the Sky Piercer, pretty good. But we need to see a full team wipe out here from the side of Geekay. That's how their composition is so strong. They got to fight as 5.
Geekay, can they bring it together? They are all grouped up in this mid side, so there's your fight as 5. Even if they have to lose a tower, it should be worth it. Quanok, though, getting zoned back. Shen drops a glorious path, but Aizen's taken out by the magic gush. And YG continue just piece by piece dismantling Geekay.
Yep, at this stage with the lead that they have, YG understand one thing. Take away their front lines if they got nothing left. They just want to break this mid-tier 1, and they're going to force it.
Han dives in. Zeno looking to clear the waves, and he gets pulled in! 2 members taken out. Sanji in the backside with a Blazing Duet. Shen goes down. Quanok will be the last to fall. There's no escape right now from YG.
The Yangon Galacticos, they're making sure that they're going to repeat a process that we've already been seeing consistently throughout today. Give us a little bit of a lead, and we're going to run away with it. If you're not going to respond and play for only team fights, we're going to cut your front line down. No matter where you go, the paper cuts keep surmounting until it's a gutching wound. A wide open one as well. Because this combination, they could see everything. Oh, you're going to back up? All right, you're going to flicker forward? No problem. Constant punishes from YG.
So now with the mid-tier 3 down in the mid side, Lord falls as well. YG, I mean, they could try to go for a full inhibitor here at this point, especially if they take this tier 2 on the bot side, are able to push a cannon minion in to trip this holy defense. It's going to be huge for YG on this next push. The delayed Lord coming out of the next wave. They weren't able to get the Holy Defense, so that is one small bonus in all the doom with Geekay eSports, and down goes another one. Shen, oh my god, they jump in and both of them get pulled back. Aizen now will bite the bullet as well, as Han pops a cutthroat to place a duet onto multiple members. Yaga, Quinnox, Zeno, there's just no escape. Geekay eSports getting dragged against the ground right now.
They're just making the wrong decisions here. Like, they see the opportunity, but they're not thinking a little bit about the position that they're currently in. The lack of awareness is starting to hurt them at this point, on top of the fact that they have just a huge economic lead for the side of Yangon Galacticos. They're going to siege them underneath inhibitors.
Yeah, they were able to pop that Holy Defense before, so now the Lord gets full, ample opportunity. Kai's does flicker back. Spirit Destruction comes through. No way he goes for it. Han will catch a stun to the face. They're going to move back on over to this purple, and then look for the re-engage, get the stun, and in comes Shen to his death. A blazing duet from Sanji, and into the backside they go. A beautiful tone is welcome. The tower falls, and YG want to try to end things here. They're going to lock on to the base, and Zeno can do nothing on his own. YG take game one.
Oh my goodness, 9 minutes, 59 seconds. I'm praying that the end game screen is going to tell us it's the perfect 10 minutes.
Yeah, with all of this dive, go away would be perfect right now. Unless they decide to play for range and pick up something like the Granger packet with a Piercer, but I would prefer Melissa. They get the click. Oh, this is such a tough click game though.
Yeah, that's a pretty risky choice.
Yeah, it's like you're choosing to say, I like this, please make it more difficult for me. I want to show off how good I am.
Well, maybe they are that good. You should have known, Mirko. Saying Melissa, they were going to do something else. Once you said it, it was not happening. You know how you do. You know how it works. You said it yourself.
That's true. You know what? My bad, YG. Maybe I revealed their cards before that. They went for a different thing.
Clint, to follow through to finish out this lineup, it is almost an entirely new lineup from Geekay eSports trying to even the series against YG. Can they do it and send us to a game 3? We'll find out. We've got Gideon and Trex on the cast.
Thanks so much. Already here at match point for the Yangon Galacticos, and we've got quite a wild opportunity to see Selena and Jawhead within the same composition. We've seen many victims in ranked games getting absolutely demolished, but how quick they're able to kind of speed up. Wow, they're getting an ultra leash here. Like, like Xeno didn't need more help.
We need this purple buff. That is it. There will be no invades. We will secure it, and we will do something after. But for sure, it's happening.
It's crazy. It's a wild style of composition, because for Geekay, if things start to go downhill, if they don't develop a lead, if the Yangon Galacticos are the ones who actually maintain at least a 2K lead, I think this game is sort of done for, unless they can put some damage onto Sanji. But in the meantime, I like the fact that Geekay, they don't want to slow down. They're just going to play for that information and really work with the mid-trio to get things moving across the map.
Yeah, and they take some really interesting pathing. I almost kind of worry about this Zeno. With such a lead that they had, getting that purple buff immediately, they could have used that to have him just start in his own jungle, but they go for the litho, they go into the mid, hope that there's a possible mess up, and now that quick pace that they wanted to set kind of just evens out in a sense.
Then they don't mind that, right? They don't mind that. They're looking for lane punishes. I don't see them trying to contest for the very first turtle of this game, but I think, honestly, they need to put as much punishment onto Sanji as possible, right? Because as much as Yaga wants to one-shot him, it's hard to trade against somebody, especially at level 2, who can recoil backwards and also lock you down and get free damage on the trade. So Yaga, unless there is a commitment to an all-in to force Sanji to flicker away, most of the time, you just have to kind of sit in that bush, just wait for your time, get a quick push, and then move away.
All right, Ying getting a little starved away. He's got to try to make his way in to get that card. Is able to get it, so everything back to normal on the bot side.
Oh my god, they got a permanent freeze on top side. Like, what is it? He can't walk up. Like, Yaga walks up, he's going to get blasted every single time.
But, I mean, he can close the distance pretty quickly, and we are at least seeing him. But down to the turtle. Blink. Taking a little bit of damage by everybody. A beautiful I'm offended, pulling them all in. Tempest of Blades connects onto none. Bahan still finds the kill onto Shen. Now Aizen forced to run away. YG bring it all in on the first turtle.
And that's exactly what you want to see, right? I would have imagined that they didn't want to do it, but Ying makes all the difference here. Flickering forward and catching all 4 of the members from the side of Geekay. Very nice of him to do so, because with this lead, they're going to push it even further. And that's the thing about Yangon Galacticos' composition, right? It is a little risky here and there, but it doesn't mean that Geekay missing out that first turtle is the end of the world. The real question is whether or not, oh, they get the blast down, and luckily for Aizen, he's able to tank the damage. No.
Ooh. That's the passive, right?
Yeah.
The after effect.
Ooh, that is nasty. Nasty, nasty stuff. And I think this is going to be what the game is going to look like for a while.
Hopefully, I mean, it's already 5-0. I don't know how much longer it could go if it continues to look like that. It could be another very quick game if things follow this pacing. Shen on the bottom side just trying to defend the tower at this point as YG continues to advance forward. Look at Blink just constantly keeping tabs in their jungle, constantly pushing in. The thing is with a lineup like a Jawhead and a Selena, that's what they should be doing, right? Yeah. They should be the ones pushing in. Good amount of damage on a Ying there, but it's not going to be enough to take him down. Shen gonna fully commit. Completely misses. Ying. Oh, wait a second, I'm offended, he's okay!
What a surprise! What a surprise! Why are people trying to dive people like Ruby? There is just no point, especially if you don't land that first arrow, if you don't get the guaranteed CC. And now the punish.
A nice kick from Blink on a Zeno. Han moves in, Tempest of Blades, just try to close the distance. Ooh, Han will get stunned up. Unable to get the kill on a Zeno, but wait, he dashes back and forward, back to safety. Geekay still unable to get a single kill on the board.
Unreal, unreal. He's still able to have the time, and honestly, just really good movement so far. Yaga, he can get this kill onto Blink, but is he willing to die for this? Is he willing to flicker? And he is!
Worth it, value, I would say, at this point. Just get what you can.
Is Sanji gonna walk up? No, they're not gonna contest this. Yeah, they're already using the unstoppable force on towards onside, making sure that he's kind of deep.
A nice throwback from Shen there. I'm offended, connects onto Aizen though, and Shen unable to get away as Han close the distance onto more members. Aizen falls. Bunok may just be next. Sanji able to get off the headshot. 3 members down on the side of Geekay. Just when I was about to say, okay, they're getting some pace back. They get a turtle, they get a kill. This happens.
Every single time. And the worst part is that this has occurred. This is not like a new thing for the Yangon Galacticos. They did this in game number 1 as well. And they were also able to get the mid-tier 1, which is the most important structure on this map for their first 8 minutes of the game. Now, with a missing mid-tier 1, they get to walk into the jungle for free. Like it's, hey, tourism pass for everybody. Everybody's got a Malaysian passport.
And, I mean, and the fact that that's the first one that gets taken before any side lanes go down is even more of a statement here by YG. And with the composition that they have, with all of these strong frontliners like the Ruby, with Blink being able to dash through, having that just makes their composition work even more. Now they take out the tier 3 on the top side, and even more movement around where this next and last turtle's gonna come up.
Han's gonna take it in front of his face. Aizen just doesn't have enough damage for this. He's 3 levels down, and not to mention that at least for this Ling, Han is having the time of his life, uncontested. And for the majority of the abilities coming up for the side of Geekay, the burst damage is very target locked, so he just has to hold up his Bladed Tempest and dodge it.
Yaga can at least try to get a tower for himself, but it doesn't mean much at this point. I mean, at this point, you got to regroup. It's a 3,000 gold lead. There is still plays that could be made, but they definitely need to stick together a bit more. We said it last game. Once they started falling behind, you have a composition that you want to sit around. Everyone needs to kind of work together, get those combos off. They don't have any big range with the marksman. They sacrifice that for the fighter off lanes. Turtle is up now. What can they do about it?
Initially, I thought maybe playing for the strong side in this Paquito, because he can hard shove this way, but now it's kind of 50-50, and here we go. Turtle contestation.
Shen, look for the engage, gets the ejector. Unable to get the throw onto any though. Turtle does go down, and so does Aizen. Ying now gonna move on. A beautiful flicker in from Yaga. Yaga able to get some nice shots off, but won't be able to get away from here. YG just collecting heads one by one.
There was a potential outplay angle for Yaga, but he did not want to lose out on his flicker for the next upcoming fight. And I think at this point, having the Selena is great because now you can watch Yangon Galacticos in first-person view steal away your camps and still not be able to do anything about it.
This is rough.
This is really, really rough. And I want to be positive for them, but at the same time, with the composition that they have, like, they don't have a lot of comeback mechanics unless those arrows hit. And even when those arrows hit, there's a pretty good chance, unless it hits Kaiser, unless it hits Sanji, everybody else has a response. Blink can block arrows. Ying, as we've seen 3 times already, has flickered I'm Offended to catch multiple members. Like, if Geekay cannot punish that, they should not fight them during the neutral objective.
And the Ruby just destroys everything that Geekay wants to bring here. Every little bit of dive. And if they do get past the Ruby, there's still the quick stun from, ooh, nice kick. Does land down on Aizen. Still the quick stun from Kai's. Still the quick second skill, small stun from Sanji. It's so hard to break through. And even if you're going for those targets, you have Han jumping onto you. So it's a tough match. Even if Geekay was able to kind of even things out here, it's just a hard match to fight.
They're living on a prayer. That's the truth of it. And even Yaga, right? He's in this 2v1 scenario, finally gets to go, uses his flicker. You're up against Ling. He's going to chase you down. Like, there's so many weird decisions happening in this game that has, honestly, I think Game 1 has absolutely crushed that confidence. And after that first turtle, it's just PTSD. It's all happening all over again. Game 1 replaying in their minds.
YG gonna slowly continue to pick apart this map. Lord will be up in a few seconds. They've taken the tier 2 on the bottom side. They haven't lost this. Oh no, they lost their top tier 3, so little something for Geekay. The arrows, I don't think I've seen a single arrow hit.
Some of them have hit. It's just, you know, it hit somebody like Blink. It's hit Ying a couple of times. Both of them just laugh at it. Again, no real
want you to come in.
Exactly, that's the problem. They're like signaling them, please, this is the airstrip, land the plane here.
I'm offended. Onto Aizen. Han gets engaged. Yaga is there, gets some nice damage, but Aizen still goes down, unable to connect, and Yaga kicked back, taken out. Sanji will get that kill. They're just sharing him at this point. Geekay unable to do anything in the face of this team right now.
I think I figured it out. I think that Geekay haven't realized it's not the fact that they have this huge economic lead on the side of Yangon Galacticos. It's the fact that they're walking up as if there's people behind them, and Yangon is like, wait, we already have full vision. We know you're by yourself. And this keeps on happening. Geekay is trying to fake them out with their positioning, trying to fake them out as if like, yes, I'm a legitimate threat. The truth is, it's already been exposed. The satellite sees everything.
So what do Geekay do? I mean, I guess we pointed out they just continue to not do it. A little bit of a 1v1, the anime fight. Han wins once again. Shen, I mean, even Shen unable to really engage. Goes for Blink this time. Doesn't get the toss. A lot of damage on a Blink with Sanji just free hitting from the backside, and I'm Offended with the flicker. More damage lands on Aizen. Sanji getting aggressive, dashing in. Shen just trying to zone them away, just trying to defend the base. A Lord is coming soon, though, and YG's not done yet.
At this point, it's not just living on a prayer, it's putting lipstick on a pear, and now they're looking for a little bit more. It's hot finally to get the shutdown!
Finally, Yaga connects. No one was there to help him out. Ying wasn't there to slow him down, and Geekay eSports getting another kill on the board. Shen with the toss.
Oh my God.
But everyone walks in. Nobody able to help out at all. Blink getting low. Sanji able to find Shen. Blink does finally drop. Yaga is finally picking up some kills on the board. All 3, the only 3 of Geekay's kills are in the hands of Yaga.
And now there is some legitimate hope. They were able to get the right spells. And Yangon Galacticos, unfortunately, a little too over-eager. But look at this, right? He gets on top of Han, kills him, no problem. But here's the moment where Yaga wants to come in, and guess who saves the day? It's Blink, who blocks the shot to save Sanji's life here. Yaga was thinking about getting the empowered shot and flickering right on top of the correct targets, similarly to what his Jawhead did.
Oh my lord, Han is moving and grooving right now.
They're maintaining that distance, but since you brought up the question, I will answer. They're going to need somebody to bait the spells. The only problem is I don't think that the Yangon Galacticos, when the Unstoppable Force comes out of Shen, they're just going to wait until it's done, right?
Oh, Aizen down. Han able to get the kill. Blink looking for the next target. Ooh, beautiful flicker! Calling the dash preemptively, but Yaga to the backside. He flickers through. He wants Sanji. He's able to get Quinn up. Sanji goes down as well, and Yaga's picking him up. but Kai's finally gets the shutdown, and it's a full team wipe for YG.
Pretty good idea, but they could not collapse at the exact same time. There's just too many delays with the help of Ying, covering so much space. He's 3-0-16. This Ruby pick has absolutely demolished their comp as they start knocking on the front door. Geekay, what are you gonna do about this? You need 6 seconds.
I don't think there's much Geekay can do. With the minions crashing through, YG does decide to back off. They're not going to force it. But the jungle's gone. There's no bust for the side of Geekay, and Lord is up. Does Geekay go for this? Honestly, they've been going for it nonstop, so I wouldn't put it past them to try to take this fight.
I honestly think they should do it again, right? Force this fight underneath by the Lord. They need to, Geekay are the ones who have to walk on over, and if Yangon don't do this fast, that top wave is going to build up to force the decision for them.
Dashes through, big kick on Quinnock. Quinnock goes down. Tempest of Blades falls onto Aizen. It's on the top side. Yaga gets pulled back in with the I'm offended. Kais gets the kill. The rest of Geekay running for the hills.
Yep. And now they're going for the endgame. They don't even need the Lord at this point. They know what they need to do. And Sanji is just too strong. He can single-handedly do the siege.
It's a 4v5 right now, or a 3v5 right now. Aizen goes down. YG gonna move on to Shen here. Last minion drops. They do have to back off. They're unable to connect to the base.
I don't know how long they can do this for, because it's coming to a point where we're getting to the 42K mark. Once we get to the 42K mark, we're expecting that Xeno alongside, well, in this case, Yaga, would have hit their core items. I know for a fact that Yaga has his item, Xeno at the same time, but the rest of them, they just don't have enough stats, especially for Aizen. Literally 2 items.
But I mean, in the end, right? Aizen, I think the big problem for Geekay, where's the major damage? You have some physical damage. Quinnock was never able to come online, and even then, towards late game, the Selena's always going to start to fall off a bit, you know? And it wasn't able to get that value you would get out of it in the early to mid. And at this point, without a marksman, without any kind of range, and with just physical damage as your major damage dealers, even once the core items come in, where does Geekay go with that?
The physicality of their damage isn't the problem. It's the fact that this Ruby has literally blocked them at every single angle. Like, Yaga wants to close the distance, but he can't because he's melee. So at this stage, it really is just whether or not Ying can get moved out of position.
Ying pulls Zeno back in. Zeno goes down. Aizen about to get hit by the Tempest of Blades as Han dashes under the tower to get the kill. Lord connects onto the base, a big kick onto Yaga, and that should be it. YG, with one last empowered wave, will move on to the base. They want to make things fast. They want to make things quick. YG take game number 2 and win the series.
Oh, the outclass here. The Yangon Galacticos take the game 2-0.